Let's see. Okay, how's it going today out there, everybody? Today is Sunday, December 8th, I believe. Yep, it is. And today's day number 10 in my 30 days of planetary rescue live from Facebook and Instagram. So I'm here in my studio on this very cold Sunday morning, just thinking a lot about what we've been talking about and how I'm really excited to change it up a little bit and introduce you to some actual friends and business colleagues that are making awesome change participate in. So before we get started with that tomorrow, and I'm going to really, I don't know, is anybody out there familiar with how to do a Facebook Live with a screen share? I'm looking into that, and I'm not sure that it's even available to do in Instagram, but I'm going to just give it a whirl. And if it doesn't work out to have both me and my guests live at the same time, we'll figure out an alternative. And usually, creative thinking on the fly serves me well. So anyway, if anybody out there has tips or tricks or ideas or knows how to do this kind of stuff, pop me a message, either a comment or maybe a direct message, and let me know if you have a few minutes to help me walk me through it. All right, so day number 10. My name is Crispina French. I am the self-proclaimed captain of the Planetary Rescue Squad, and my mission is to share with you ideas and thoughts and just suggestions for how to travel through this month of holidays with a little bit more mindfulness toward the environment, and also toward like what actually really is serves us as humans on the planet. And one of the things that serves me as to know that I'm part of a circle of people who love and support me. And so the holidays are important for that reason, because it allows us all kind of an opportunity to just put that into like action, like tell people that you love and care about and support that you do that. And there's lots of ways to do that that doesn't involve excessive spending or excessive consumption. And that's our focus. So we've talked about the idea of purchasing handmade gifts for people if you're a gift giver. We've talked about the idea of using recycled things for the same reason. And then we've also talked about non-material gift giving, like making donations to organizations that support some part of your friend who you're feeling like you want to gift something to. And we've also talked about sharing experiences with people as kind of a gift. So today I just wanted to touch upon the idea of purchasing things. If it doesn't fit into any of those categories and you really want to purchase something for yourself or as a gift, think about the quality of the thing that you're purchasing. I'm thinking a lot about clothing when I'm talking about this, and about how it's very easy for us to go and purchase clothing that is really inexpensive, like ridiculously inexpensive. And when, I'm thinking of like Marshalls, and I'm thinking of, hi guys, I just want to say hi to all the people who are joining me. And there's a whole ton of you guys today. Happy Sunday, everybody. I really appreciate your being here. So back to the idea of purchasing quality items. Okay, so clothing. I'm thinking of places like Marshalls and TJ Maxx and Century 21 and all the kind of places that are off-price clothing places where you can buy things really cheaply. And while there's some sort of human gratification to consuming new things, when you think about the cost, I mean, even Walmart, Target, whatever, anywhere that there's inexpensive things that are produced overseas are oftentimes made by people who are not paid fairly. And they're made in places that don't have a lot of respect or empathy or thought about the environment that they're operating inside of. And so while the item might be less expensive with, in a monetary way, the actual cost of that kind of production is something that's probably, it hasn't really been tracked. Like, it's something that I would like to shine a little bit more light on. There's two, okay, I'll go into that. Never mind the two things. But so think about that. Think about supporting companies that are producing in ways that are sustainable for the people who are the makers, the actual makers, the sewers, the cutters, the people who roll out the fabric and yards and yards of fabric to cut and sew into whatever garment it is you're thinking about purchasing. And support the businesses that seem to be in line with what you value. So one of the companies that I support, and I know they're very expensive, it costs a lot to buy a product from Patagonia, but I have to support them. I buy very carefully, and I buy product that's going to last me for years, and product that I know if for some reason it's not lasting me, it's not the right color, or I've decided against that kind of fashion or whatever, I can donate that garment and know that it will serve another person in a really good way. Because Patagonia actually stands behind their products. So like if you ever have a problem with a Patagonia garment, they will fix it for you or replace it for free. There's a funny story I have about that with my husband. My husband, we got married. We just celebrated our 15th wedding anniversary. But when we first got married, he had this Patagonia jacket, and it's one of the many reasons I fell madly in love with my husband. But he had a Patagonia jacket, and it was a windbreaker, and he had stored it in like an attic or somewhere that got really hot, and it kind of separated, like the outside fabric and the lamination part on the inside were like all coming to pieces, and he was going to throw it away. And I was like, sweetheart, this is a Patagonia jacket that costs a lot of money, and you can actually send it back to them, and they will make it good. And they sent him another jacket, a replacement jacket that is something he wears to this day 15 years later, and it's a really great garment. So yes, the jacket cost a few $100s, and yes, that's not something everyone has the ability to attain, but I feel very blessed and fortunate and privileged to have the ability to attain those purchases in my life. And it's not like I do it without thinking. It's not it's a very thoughtful process for me purchasing things. So I encourage you to use the same kind of process and just think carefully about what you're purchasing. And God knows I go to the TJ Maxx every once in a while and buy a pair of $3 pants that are on the clearance rack that are just cool. So if this is not back to those two things I was starting to tell you about a minute ago, but this is not about being perfect or passing judgment or thinking that you have to do something in one particular way. This whole planetary rescue thing is about bringing awareness to making our system work. And one of the things that's really important about our system is that we feel really good, we humans. And if we're passing judgment or pointing fingers or placing blame or doing any of those not so productive things, we're not feeling really good, and we're going to be a lot less powerful if we're not feeling really good. So it's really important to know that even if you're just thinking about being environmental and you're just thinking about our environment, that is such a huge step, and it's a really valuable it's like the hardest part, really. Like some people just turn a blind eye because it can be very overwhelming, especially if you get caught up in all the statistics and the bad part of it. And I'm not into that. I'm not into placing blame. I'm really into finding solutions and being connected to those who are interested in the same thing, so we can all feel good and empowered and positive and shine a light on all the good things that are happening. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Day number 10 of the Planetary Rescue Series right here live on my Facebook and my Instagram. And I'm really looking forward to introducing you to some people who I know and respect who are doing amazing crap out there. Stuff, not crap. So tune in tomorrow, same time, same place, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Massachusetts, where today it is 5 degrees outside. So good thing we live in a cozy little house, and I feel so thankful for that every day. So have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.